Well, hello everyone. Welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel with global reach. I'm T Rex. The crew is coming on. I'm hoping might be some technical difficulties somewhere, but they're coming on. But I'm going to start anyway. So today, everybody, we're going to start talking about. I know the title says who responsible for contracting the STD. We couldn't get everything on the actual flyer, but it is if both of you guys are cheating. So basically, if you're in a relationship and you and your spouse or girlfriend, whoever is cheating, who's responsible for bringing in STD into the relationship? So I would love to ask everybody what's going on, but they having technical difficulties then. So I'll just go right into it. What do y'all think? I'm waiting for you to see you guys on Facebook and on YouTube to tell me what is happening. So uh let's go. Let's go to Hey Laura, how you doing today? Just trying to figure this thing out today. Uh the biggest question is basically this, y'all. If you're both fooling around, you're both at fault, in my opinion. I mean, STDs are unfortunately pretty common today. Hopefully it's nothing you catch this serious. But that's what it is. And I'm still waiting. Laura said hi. I don't see anybody else on yet. So we'll talk to Laura. Laura, what do you think about STD? If somebody else is if somebody catches one or whatever, what would you say it is? I don't know. What would you say? So I'm waiting on you, Laura. Since it's just me and you, I don't see anybody else on here. And we've been on for a whopping 2 minutes. You understand what I mean? All right, Lord, this is what I mean. You both are in a committed relationship, and both of you guys are cheating unknowingly the other partner, and then somebody brings an STD to the table, and shit, you got to figure it out. So who is it? That's the question, Lord. Who is at fault? Who brings it? I would say both parties. That's just me talking. The reason why I say both parties is both parties are responsible for cheating and responsible for having safe sex if they do decide to cheat. That's all I can say on that. Did you understand that part, Laura, or not? I'm still working on this here, and hopefully Vonda and Denise will come on. I know they're both having difficulties. I don't know what's going on, but let's try to watch and see what happens. Let's go to home and see what comes on here. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we're on YouTube yet, there, producer. But hey, what can you say? Well, anyway, damn, it's lonely being on here by myself when you need other people to have the topic that they discussed. But I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, Laura says you're both chatty. Yes, you both. That's it, Laura. Yes, and you are you not practicing safe sex? That's correct, Laura. So you're both out there. You're not having safe sex, and you contracted a STD. Now, I think where Denise was going with this is basically, yes, cheating. I think where Denise was going with this is trying to determine if anybody was at fault. Uh, I don't know, but we'll try to give them a little time to come on. And Lord, for the meanwhile, we'll just talk about. Damn, did you see that they convicted ex-president Trump for a felony? And the word on the street is he still can be a president, run for president, and be president if he's uh, elected as president with a felon. Now, I find that kind of jacked up because if I was a felon, I can't vote, but he's a felon and he can be the president. So I wish somebody would come on and tell me exactly what the heck's going on because that's kind of bizarre. Uh, there's Denise. Hey, Denise, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Just fine, just fine. And I think Vonda's coming on at the top. It looks like that space opened up for her. I don't see her yet. But yeah, I think when you're the president of the United States and you are, I see Vonda. I don't see her on the screen, but I see her over there. I think when you're the president of the United States, you're supposed to be not above the law, but have a good character. And if you don't have a good character, I don't think you should be president of the United States. Honestly, that'd be like me being president of the United States. I was not the best character person in the world, but I do not have a felon. So, anyway, Denise, what I was talking about was we're already on. I know you're putting your earrings on. We're already on. We're waiting for Vonda to come on. So, we'll just wait for her to come up and come on. But I was just chatting about the president thing, trying to figure out. Laura said, "Hey, girls, how you doing?"
Hey,
Government
Laura.
does. Yeah. So Laura says that the government does what it wants to do, and I agree with you. I think if you, when you really look at it, they do what the hell they want to do in the government. They don't care. We elected them, but they act like we work for them instead of they're working for us. I think we need to send a message out. And I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a Trumper, or whatever you are, or independent. You still need to let them know that they work for us. What's up, Vance? How you doing, man? They should let us know that they work for us, and that's it. No ifs, ands, no maybes, no buts, and none of that. And yeah, he got caught. Trump, he got caught. What can you say? More than hey, you know, I'm sure he's going to appeal it, take it to another level to waste more tax dollars, money, and more of the Republican Party's money because he's using that as, from my understanding, I could be wrong, paying his legal fees, and I just think that's wrong for people to do that. I'm just saying. I mean, I am not the government. I am not anybody in charge of the government. Shit, I think if you're a felon and you can't do it, then you can't do it, and that's the bad thing about it. You're supposed to be able to do it, not just enjoy yourself and do what you want to do with tax dollars, and then the next thing we know, shit, we broke. And that's the bad thing about it. And so not just enjoy yourself and do what you want to do with tax dollars, and then the next thing we know, shit, we
I'm
broke.
sorry,
I tell
Q.
you, and when you look at the bigger picture, like Laura said, most of them are just working for themselves. They're not working for the people. They're working for themselves. I'm waiting for Denise and Vonda to come on, and we'll get started really good. But while I'm waiting on them to talk about the STD problem, because Denise is the one with all the specs and everything, I just want to know, what do you guys think about what's going on? Here they go. We'll go into the show. We'll hit this back up on later. I was just
Sorry,
basically
you guys.
that's okay. I
Sorry.
understand
I was having some real issues.
it. Well, I think first of all, let's give our shout out to Henry. I hope that him and his family are doing better after losing a loved one. That's kind of hard. So my
Right.
prayers and shout out to Henry. Uh,
Absolutely.
I'm glad you ladies came on. I was talking about, before we go back. I was talking about the situation with President Trump being, a convicted felon now, about to get sentenced here in another couple of days. And if you were a felon, you can't vote, from my understanding, unless the rules change. But if you're the
Right.
president, if you're ex-president, you're a felon, you can run for president again. I
I don't
think.
understand that.
That's crazy. And
That's
like
crazy.
this morning, I was watching Jamal Bryant. He took over Bishop Eddie Long Church of New Birth here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
Um, and he he had a great point in his message that we have a now a um previous president as well as a maybe soon to be president again who
Mhm.
is a convicted felon,
That is
34
correct.
times a convicted felon. So he was saying that they need to rally and take that off of job applications. if you are a convicted felon.
Yes.
Take that off of if you're trying to get an apartment or something that you know, or loan or anything like that. So what are we doing? If somebody that's a convicted felon can be president, then why should you be held up for a job because you have something on your record as a convicted felon? That is so hypocritical. That's just totally
I agree. What
insane.
about you, Denise? What do you think?
Insane.
I just think it's crazy. I don't know how you can be running for president and have all these things, all these charges and felon and you're felon and stuff. That don't make sense to me. I don't understand how you can do that. I've never in my life heard of that. Nobody doing that.
Right.
Well, Laura's okay. Well, first of all, we got Jacqueline's on. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? We got
Hey,
my
Jay.
sister on. What's up, sis?
Okay.
Laura was on. Laura says right here, she says, Biden is just as dishonest. Now, Laura,
Who
are
said?
you
Oh,
talking
really?
about what his
Wait a
son
minute.
done or what the president himself is dishonest for? I'm just asking. I don't think Biden did anything wrong. If you're talking about the document cases, the difference between the document cases and Trump's document cases is that he when he found them, he turned them in. When they found Trump had them, Trump said he didn't have them. That's the biggest difference. It's lying.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jacqueline. That's what
Yeah.
everybody was. The big key was, you can't hold records and say they're yours and store them in your bathroom, store them where people can see them. What's up, Mark? My cousin Mark's watching. What's up, man? And you can't do all those things. You just have to make sure. So it says that sucks, and anybody else that's under the jail, yeah, everybody else goes to jail for felons, and this guy's gonna be possibly the next president again. So
And they're probably just gonna give him probation or something like that. But you have 34 convictions.
yes, and they go, oh, but they're I'm gonna say this, and if I offend you too damn bad, but if that had been a black man with a minimum felon or Latino man or any other minority, he'd be
Hmm.
in jail right
You wouldn't
now,
be up there. You wouldn't be up there. Period.
waiting for your damn sentencing, not sitting there. Well, I'm out here. It was rigged and all this, bruh. You a crook. If you was anybody else, you would go to jail. And they've been giving him all that white power privilege that they possibly can give out. And black people, I don't know if our white fans are listening, but I want you to know we know the other side of that justice system. We know if you can be innocent and take your ass to jail. What's up, Texas? Talk to us, Texas, about this Donald Trump shit. I'm
Texas,
stuff.
Texas,
I'm sorry.
Texas. Hey,
And
Texas.
Laura
and
said it's not the same way as Trump, but he made some huge mistakes, thinking that when he was in bed with Putin. I don't know if what's up, Felicia? Felicia's here, y'all. I don't know if
Hey,
Trump
Felicia.
hey,
was that. I don't. And that's right. Trump won't serve any time, even though he or be held accountable. He
He
won't.
probably won't. He probably
That's
won't.
no, no.
that's the two-tier system that is really striking America really hard. And when anytime you wear a Mexican lives matter, a Black lives matter, or anything like that, the average Caucasian person says to you the first thing is yes, yes, all
Yeah.
lives but matter. But what about white lives? And then we got black people talking about what about black on black crime? Well, we got white on white crime. We got Mexican on Mexican crime. We got all that crime. So don't try to distract from the problem. The problem is a two-tier system, and we see it right now happening today, front and center on every news network in the world. Donald Trump is getting away with something. He
And you
needs to
know
go
what
to jail.
else? And it wasn't even a hung jury. They all unanimously. They didn't have to retry him. They didn't have to do it a second time with a hung jury. Everybody said guilty. All 34, not half, not
Maybe
15 to to whatever, a 15 to 19, nothing like that. That's crazy.
What's up, Joe Butler? How you doing, man?
It's crazy.
But yeah, that's the biggest thing that I don't understand about this. Hold on a second. Thanks for tuning in to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. You're watching Out of Bounds with T Rex. We're gonna talk about some STDs in a minute because I'm sure Trump got a couple of them too. But we're gonna talk
Well,
about the former president being free after being convicted. And we know if that would have been, especially if that had been Obama, oh my God.
We wouldn't even be
Oh
here.
my
We
God.
wouldn't even be. It wouldn't even
mm-mm.
have gone that far.
Mm,
Absolutely
you
not.
know,
He wouldn't have got
then
on
you
the
got the
ballot.
Supreme. Yeah. I mean,
No.
this whole Republican Democratic thing is really going too far. Like I said earlier, I don't care what side you're on. You should be for the people.
That's
We the
right.
one that pay the taxes. You work for us. We don't work for you. You're not our boss. You're supposed to be up there doing your bidding for us. So Laura says this again. I know it makes me sad to have black
I have,
grandchildren, and it makes me sad because the color of their skin, especially. Yeah, you do got black. I know you got black grandchildren, and that's the pain of it is when they grow up, y'all gonna have to give them that same talk that all minority children get when dealing with the police. I told my son, you got to turn all your lights on, roll your windows down, stick your hands out the window, get all your stuff ready. And if it ain't ready before he gets out the car, don't reach for it because they'll murder you. All right, give us a commercial there, producer.
Drones, big dog picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone bout to tell.
So Laura said that her grandkids, her daughter and son-in-law already gave those kids that police talk that every minority gets. And for the rest of my white friends out there that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure all the ones from Germany and all the ones from college understand because you hung out with us. But for the ones who don't are listening, I tell you, you just got to talk to your kids. You see all these what's those stories, bail bondsmen or whatever, and the black dudes tell him he knows they're right and they jack him up. Then they come back later, and when they arrest him, it's in big print. And when he gets free, it's in the back page in a comment. Look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was in a one-car accident by himself. Nobody else got hurt, and he was front page for at least 3 weeks. Uh, the golfer last week evaded an accident, uh, drug a police officer, and no charges pressed. Wow. Come on, y'all. If this ain't two-tier America, we need to figure something out because that's just wrong. That's just wrong. But anyway,
mhm.
somebody else came out. What's up? Joe said, "What's up? What's up, Joe? Joseph Phi Beta. Yo, out to those Phi Beta Sigmas. How y'all doing today?" And I just see it like that. But anyway, we'll come back to Trump probably another time and figure that crap out because we all know that. But the topic of the day is Denise came with a great topic. If you're in a relationship and you're both fooling around and the STD pops up in your home, who's at fault? So we'll go straight to the orchestrator of that question, Denise. Who's at fault, Denise? If it happens that way, who's at fault?
Hmm. That's a good. That's why I asked the question. That's a good question because uh, if both of you are fooling around, somebody's at fault. You didn't give it. Each of you didn't give it to yourself. So somebody's at fault. But the thing is, who's gonna come forward with who's at fault? Who's gonna say it?
That is
Especially if
true.
you're cheating and you're not, you're trying to be, let nobody know. So who's gonna come forward and say it? It's got to be one of us, you know, doing something.
Now, my sister said, we'll get back to your question in a second, Lord. That'd be a good topic for next week. uncomfortable conversation with the black man. I think that's probably the best one, period. But my sister Laura, my sister Ellen said both of you are at fault. Jacqueline said whoever brought it in. I think she agrees with you, Denise. Who brought it in? How do you know
Yeah.
who brought it in?
But that's what I'm saying. You don't know who brought it in. I mean, if he tells you that he ain't messing around, he didn't bring it in, and you said, "Well, I know I ain't messing around. I didn't bring it in." Somebody lying.
Hmm.
Okay, all right,
My
Vonda.
God.
What you got
No, I'm
going there,
just
Vonda?
saying, yeah, somebody's line. It didn't just come by
Well,
osmosis. It just didn't pop up. And I
that is
don't
true.
know if I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if there's some type of medical thing that you can contract that from, I don't know, from
No, no,
something within your own body. I don't know.
no,
I'm
no.
reaching for stars. Okay, I'm just trying.
Well, Laura said, whatever happened to safe sex? No love, no glove, no love. Lord, those days are gone. They
Mm,
going in and raw, butt ass
They
naked
don't care
now. They
about no
just
safe
don't care.
sex.
And so
Mm-mm.
if you both are out there, then most likely you both. Well, now here again, I will make a disclaimer. This is not my personal experience or the people on the staff right here talking about this. We just brought up the topic. We're not saying
Yeah.
STD is a bad thing or good thing. It depends on who you are. But
Mm-hmm.
from my understanding, from my research, is the female really doesn't know she has any type of STD, unless she noticed the discharge. The male partner is the one that gets the problem with the when he urinates, his urethra is burning, or uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's some kind of discharge coming out of his penis or something. I know y'all like they probably first of all, y'all they probably saying, how does Terry know all these things going scientific words like penis? Because I can't say the other word, but
Uh,
it's the truth. It's, it is the truth.
we'd
When you
rather you
sit
wouldn't
there and you
say the other word. We'd rather you wouldn't say the other word, please.
correct.
don't say that. We don't. I got a cousin. His name is Richard, but we call him Dick. So what's wrong with the name? I'm just saying. That's we call him Dick. They call
Ask
Richard.
using it as a name. That ain't when you're explaining body parts.
All right. So anyway,
Mm.
that's the problem with that I see in the STD thing. It wouldn't come about 90% of the time uh, through the male. He would be the one noticing it. Now that doesn't mean the male brought it into the relationship. That means he notices it. Uh, and
Yeah.
if he is cheating, my cousin Mark started laughing, and she said, "My sister said, say that again." Yeah, I think it's both of them parts. I think everybody's part is, and I agree with Laura, but you're a grown person, and if you make that decision to go in there with some love with no glove, then you got to be prepared with what's with the outcome. I would think I would think if it was me, this is this is just a question to myself. I would go get treated before I said anything to see if it was me, and then if I got treated and caught it again from my significant other, then I'd ask her a question, you know. But since this is a man's world, I say 100%. If he didn't bring it in, he's at fault. If he didn't bring it in,
Well,
he's
how do
still
you
at
know
fault.
who? What the
Yeah, but he could
question still
already
is,
gave
how
it
do
to
you
her.
know if she said she didn't and he said he didn't? How do you know who who actually brought it? And going to the doctor, I don't know if that's gonna tell which one, if it was that person or
No, I don't
not.
think no, no.
The only
It's go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying I don't know if that would. I mean, you can tell who has it worse by the possible medication that they're prescribed, if it's a high dose or not. You probably could kind of tell, you know, who, who um is more affected than the other, I would think. What do you think, Denise?
Yeah, but I was thinking he said he'd go to the doctor and get it treated, but and then if he get it again, but how you know you haven't already gave it to her?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why wait?
Because you're going
'Cause
to the doctor, so you already have it.
so really you're seeing about yourself and not worried about the other partner. That's kind of
Yeah,
selfish to me.
yeah.
I was getting to
Because
that, but
you already
yeah,
have it, so that's why you're going to the doctor. So if you have sex with her and you get it again, then you're getting it again. I mean, you've already gave it to her, or she's already given it to you. So mm,
so you
I'm
waiting to see
confused.
if you got it. You're not gonna tell who got. I mean, I don't know if there's, like I said, I don't know if there's really a way to say who actually contract, but you know in yourself what you were doing when
Yeah,
so that's the only way you can tell if you know you're the one. But if and the thing is if you're gonna be honest or not.
that's the thing. Are you going to be honest?
Honest
Because
and hold yourself accountable.
Well, what do you think a person is going to do? Who's going to now? Vonda got kicked off. There she goes.
No, I'm
Who
here.
would you say? I mean, I think first of all, Laura said you shouldn't have had the sex. Period. But I think the most important thing
Right.
is that you
well, yeah, that's the
somebody
plus.
caught it and somebody's got to fess up to it. Now, uh, since we know that, even though and I'm trying to be sexist, but most times the male is the one cheating. But if both are cheating, I still think the male's the guy at fault because I don't think his I don't think his partner is gonna say who's at fault. I'm not cheating. I mean, I've known women to cheat and they still say they ain't cheating. I know men too, but we ain't
It's
smart
people
as
in
y'all. We
general.
we ain't that damn smart. We not that smart. Let's just be honest.
Well, that's people in general. That goes
Yeah,
both ways.
yeah, that
I'm
goes
not
both
gonna I'm
ways.
not gonna sit here and say it doesn't. It goes both ways. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just saying somebody's going to have to come forward and tell the truth. I mean, you both gonna go because both of you gonna have to go get treated regardless,
Right.
you know. And so somebody's gonna have to tell the truth about what was going on. Because you're still, even though both of you go get treated, you're still gonna be that in the back of your mind. Well, did I give that to him or vice versa? Did he give it to me? Even though you go get treated, you're still gonna have
And
that
some
between
people
you
I'm
two.
sure and I'm sure some people don't fess up because that might be the breaking point in their relationship, whether it's married or just dating or whatever.
Hmm.
And so they may be not apt to be honest because they're afraid of the relationship being, broken
Why are
up.
we
Well,
not using
some
protection? People just
Right.
not using it.
Yeah. Then just
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, hey, if you
some
go to
people,
old folks home, they ain't
and
using
then
no
you
protection,
get
and
in there,
that's the number one spot.
the
Go
guy
ahead, Denise. I'm
says,
sorry.
if you get in there and the guy says, I don't like using condoms. And I don't like using condoms, and you really want to be with that guy, the person really wants to be with the whoever, then you're gonna, if that's something you really want to do with him or her, you're gonna do that because I know guys will be the first one to say that condoms, I just don't like condoms or not. They don't feel right on me. I don't like using them.
Well,
Well,
Laura says. Here, let me say this real quick before you read this bottom one. Laura said that the only sexual history we know is our own, and I think that's the biggest one. So, if
that's
somebody
true.
want to read this one, whoever
That is
contact,
true. Lord.
yeah,
It
I
said,
I
I'm
don't
not
know if
understanding why the couple would
That's
be
the
in a
one before
relationship.
that. The one before that.
Whomever
Whomever
contracted it,
contacted it,
it's their
it's their
fault.
fault.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
True.
how we
But
talking about how
who?
do you determine who's responsible? We don't know.
Well, you might know yourself because you know if you cheated or not. So
Yeah.
therefore, you you know you might know it. But if both of y'all are now, in that instance, you may not know.
I'm not understanding why the couple would be in a relationship. I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, I understand what they're saying. They're saying if you're gonna cheat and do all that, why be in a relationship? I think that's what the person was saying.
That's
Okay,
all
we
the
got a
time. I
commercial.
mean,
We'll come back. We'll come back with that answer right after.
See, San Antonio got the best sandwiches.
Let me ask you, do you know who you are, sir?
Yo, I'm coming down to San Antonio to see if they got the best sandwiches.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take you to a few spots. You let me know what you think, okay?
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor. And look at here. I'm searching for the perfect sandwich. So I want y'all to register at www.theafricanamericannetwork.com to join my sandwich community. It's gonna be all that. And look at here. Want y'all to invite me to your city if you think you got the perfect sandwich. And I ain't talking about no Serb sandwiches either. Peace.
Every time I see that commercial, I think brother man telling his age by talking about them syrup sandwiches. Not too many people remember them syrup sandwiches or sugar sandwiches and all that mess. But Denise Vonda is on here. I see her on my screen, but I don't see her here. But you're on. I see you, Vonda. You're on, but we don't see you on the screen right here. But I
No.
think that Laura keeps trying to say men can cry me a river if they talk about they don't want to use a condom, and why would you take that chance? You know, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't feel natural. I mean, unless
Yeah.
I can't say now. I haven't actually did a condom in a while. Uh, but I hope that they are a lot better than when I was a kid or a young adult. That it fit like one of those bike tires. I don't know if they supposed to be like the real feeling or not. Uh, I think uh, the somebody said here it's horrible that couples are having outside relationships without protection. I think either Denise or Vonda hit it. I think sometimes you just you get in the moment, and I'm not making excuses. You just get in the moment and you do it, and it happens. Now I can tell you how the military does it. When I was out going out to sea, and I was single. Let me get that first. And I was single. We would go out, and the doctor would say, "Okay, you have to cut everything off at the 3 weeks. If you cut it off at 3 weeks, that gives us enough time to catch it and cure it before you get home." That's all I can say. And that's keeping it
Mm.
real. So,
Wow.
that's what you have to do. Yeah. I mean, that's what the doc did for us. And I think that that's what people should do. If you out there sticking and moving, I think you should slow down and before you get to the crib, give yourself a couple of weeks to see if you caught something on either side. But like I said before, women don't tend to know if they have it until it's farther along. That's the problem with any type of venereal disease. But somebody say AIDS is on the rise within the African American community. AIDS is on the rise with everybody,
Yeah.
everybody, not just the
Mm,
African American
mm,
people,
mm.
everybody, because everybody's in the same situation. Nobody wants to wear a condom. So, and
Right.
let's be real, they got female condoms. So for Laura, who's talking about no glove, no love, I still think a woman should have her own protection
There you
for
go. Yeah, I agree with
for
you with that.
herself.
Hmm.
You don't always think that the guy is
Depend on the
supposed to be.
man. Hmm.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust a man, and I mean, if I was a woman, obviously, but I wouldn't trust a man. Being a man, I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him at all. So I think you have to figure that out. I gotta text her because she's not answering Vonda's call. But yeah,
Yeah, I think you have to be responsible for yourself.
Vonda's in
You
the
just can't.
background. She's waiting to come back.
You just can't keep
All
it.
right, thank you. Go
You
ahead. I'm
just
sorry. I was
can't
trying to.
keep. You just can't expect it to be on the man. You gotta, you gotta take control of yourself and have you say no, we're not. If you don't want to do it, just say no, we're not going to do this unless we use a condom. That's what I mean. No.
Yeah, that's true. But even if he puts on a condom, I think she should wear a condom also. I mean, what's wrong with condom, foam, all that stuff's available for children. I'm saying, I'm sorry, I don't mean
Thank
children,
you.
young adults. You know what I'm saying?
Why would
But
you?
if you
You
are,
said she put on a condom. What are you talking? You talking about both of us have a condom on at the same time?
yeah, I think. I mean, if you really want to be safe, I mean,
Double protection.
no protection.
that's now that's probably uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, what if the guy says it's uncomfortable for me to wear a condom? And then, you saying, well, no glove, no love, like Laura said, the next thing you know, his condom breaks and he's just still in the same situation. Condoms are not just used for birth control. They should be used for, you know, being safe with transmitted diseases and stuff like that. Laura says double
Somebody
protection.
said if we're going to have outside sex, be single. Well, we're talking about
Yeah.
single and married.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the the
Yeah.
answer, the proper answer to everybody is if you're in a relationship, only have sex with your partner. But
Mm-hmm.
if you took 100 relationships, I would say at least five of those relationships are in a situation where they both are having outside that relationship sex, not just the man or just the woman. And then you probably out of that 100 people, you got five people doing that, and you might have 10 to 15 women cheating, and let's know you might have 50% of the men cheating. I just have to be honest, because we're promiscuous with our penises, and so we're out there just poking and joking with everybody. Uh, I would say no matter who's at fault in a relationship, they should always after they get through fussing and cussing at each other. I think that it's somebody, y'all let y'all read that in a minute, that they need to find
Somebody
the
said this is
person.
such a relevant topic. It's a
Yeah,
somebody said it's such a relevant topic, but so freaking scary. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yep.
is. It is
It's
great. It is.
scary.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Laura says you have to give some painful butt shots.
Somebody said,
You have.
forget who's at fault. It's time to terminate any type of relationship with that person. Mm, yeah. Yes, that person said just
Well,
now.
now we all know somebody that was in a relationship and they both cheated, and they came to an agreement either to part ways or to stay together. And
Mm-hmm.
I think for sure the lessons learned, if he goes back and talk to his fellas and she go back and talk to her girls, the lessons learned is condom, condom, condom. I think that'd be the lesson learned, or
Yeah, I don't think.
abstinence.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just be with one person in a relationship. I just think that it's difficult, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be 100% real, gentlemen. If you do contract the STD, and you do, just don't get yourself treated, and not tell the young lady or young ladies that you have contracted some type of venereal disease, and that they need to go out and watch it. What's up, my cousin Kevin watching? What's up, Mr. Brooks? How you doing, cuz? So that's what you should do. That's the mature and proper thing to do, because you're the one that's going to get the early symptoms. She may not get it at all. Lord said, Lord, baby, we all know you should just stay together. It's one on one, but some people don't always do that. Some people sneak out and dibble and dabble in other things, and I don't. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't know how it happens because I would be lying. as some people will say. You got it, cuz man. We talking about STDs, man. Somebody. My cousin's a good saint person, so he don't do none of them bad things. So I'm sure he don't even know what STD is. No, I'm just playing. He's educated.
Mm.
He knows what it is. But I'm just saying, really, gentlemen, it's up to you to put an end to it. If you got it from your wife and you wasn't cheating, just don't go get serviced and not tell her. Tell her so she'll know, so she can tell her partner so he'll know, so he can pass on to how many other partners he had, and that's what happens. Because what's happening is it breaks down the chain of, we'll call it the chain of command for us military people.
Yeah,
It
it keeps
breaks down
going and going and going.
and it
Hmm.
just keeps going and going. So you and your spouse
Hmm.
may get treated, but it's still out there somewhere else. And until we get rid of
But,
all of them, you can't be safe. Go ahead,
but
Vonda.
sometimes the STD is so bad, both of y'all know that
Oh yeah,
that
oh yeah.
something's going on. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you know, and
Hmm.
sometimes it can
That's
be that
true.
not
bad.
not to throw salt in the womb about Donald Trump and all that stuff, but we all heard the stories and read the facts about what they did to the Tuskegee Airmen down there, the Tuskegee
Hmm.
thing where they was hooking them up
Hmm.
with venereal diseases and see what happened to them.
Hmm.
So I'm not blaming nobody, because everybody says, well, that was back in the day. Yes, that was back in the day. But people aren't cattle. People aren't dogs. You don't experiment on them. But they did. They did. And they didn't tell them. And those guys went in and had sex with women, had children born with syphilis and stuff of that nature. So as I said to the gentleman, I also say this to the government. If you're going to experiment on people, the way that you did with the Tuskegee men, giving them syphilis, then you need to also understand that you're responsible for that and you should fix that issue. You should never let that continue to go because, it runs rampant in the community. Young people out there, no glove, no love, and they still out there humping and bumping, and that's what happened. My sister says it just doesn't work that way. I believe you. It should work that way, but I don't believe it does. I don't believe it does. It's a sad situation, a very sad situation.
Yeah,
Jackie
because
Jackie
It
people
said,
is,
need to.
but the difference is they didn't know they're not morally responsible, but in these relationships where there's infidelity and all that stuff, that right there is a moral compass right there.
Yeah,
So
because
well, also Jackie
you're
said,
not. I mean,
go
you're
ahead, go
saying
ahead.
that you don't. You're telling this person that you're messing with that. Man. Um. Me and my girl, me and my wife, we don't do it like that. We don't. We ain't slept in the same man. Da 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 da.
lies.
But you be lying.
Yeah. Well, now
If
before I get to you, Jacqueline, hold on a second. What's up, Marla? Me and Marla was in the Navy together. So what's up, Marla? How you doing? Jackie said that back to the Tuskegee men, some of them died from it, and some of them still wasn't treated
Mhm.
from it, and they just let
Right.
it
That's
pass on.
true.
And it's different if you paying somebody to be a test dummy, but you just picking people to be test dummies because their color of skin is different than yours is wrong. That's it. I mean,
Yeah, that's no
I
trusting.
would say
That's
that
different.
I would say that if black people was the majority at that time and we were doing it to white people, I still say it's wrong. You shouldn't. We're not guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Human beings are not guinea pigs. Period. So that's what I would say to that. I don't care what color you are or whatever. We shouldn't be doing that. So Laura's come up to what I find totally awful is that the younger people nowadays consider it weird to say they're virgins until marriage. It's sad. I agree to you, but being a virgin, I mean, you got young girls out there with as that one guy on TikTok will go, high body counts. They just enjoying having sex, and they're young. I mean, what is so great about sex that we all want to have it? It's the pleasure. So if you are a sex addict or you just enjoy sex, uh, you at risk to catch something. God protection plan. Yeah, God got a protection plan, but he ain't at the 7-Eleven giving out condoms and nothing. God protection plan is to cure you when you're dead. But I think that
I
if
wouldn't.
you
Abstain
I
that
wouldn't. I
abstinence
wouldn't.
is his plan. Go ahead.
I wouldn't care
I
if
see
they
it, I
told.
see it now.
I wouldn't care if they told me. I wouldn't care if they be mad if they say I was a virgin. I wouldn't care
I
if
would be
people were making
total.
fun of. You know, I wouldn't care. I was like, well, okay. I mean, that's me. You do you, and I do me.
That's it.
Mhm.
Hold the thought for a second. Go ahead, producer. Hit it with the commercial. Okay. Well, I guess she said commercial, but she went away for a second. Well, Denise, I agree with you until we go to commercial.
Drones, big dog picks. Let's get it! Match up for the week, here's the scoop. Your boy Drone keep getting the loot. Underdog, who will prevail? Stay tuned, Drone about to tell.
I it is sex is glorified today. This is what Laura says. Sex is glorified without any information and possible consequences. Well, I mean, you look at the young people. I agree with you, Laura. Young people watching these videos, and it doesn't have to be a rap video. It could be any video, and somebody's kissing them, whatever. These are impressionable young people, and if what you guys say about being a virgin is true, uh, it's out there, and it's they're criticizing you and calling you names because you're a virgin. Uh, I think that's kind of crazy, but I know it happens.
That's peer pressure. That's what that is.
Yeah. And so if I'm out there doing it and you ain't doing it, then you're not cool. No, you are cool. You're probably better than most of us. You're probably
Mhm.
most of
Right.
us. And Laura said they walk around. She said with no clothes on. I would say most people out there, including the men, they be showing if they got a decent body or a halfway decent body. They showing it ain't nothing hidden. I go to the gym and we be sitting all the time talking about are these pants lifting their booties or giving them booties? Because why are they walking around with these spandex pants on in the gym? You know, uh, I told the story. Remember, I told you the story about how I got fired from my one job back in the '80s. I mean, after I retired from service, I was telling you how I got hurt in the '80s lifting weights. I understand it's sex sales. That's all it is to it. You know,
Well,
if you're
I would
cool,
wear.
go ahead,
I'm
Vonda.
sorry.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead. I
No,
would
you go
wear
ahead.
spandex. I would wear spandex to the gym before I would out in public in a store or somewhere like that because I mean I don't think there's anything wrong with wearing spandex to the gym. I mean, basically that's what
That's
they
what it's
make
for. I
them
mean,
for. As your attire out in public and in places, sometimes that could be inappropriate
Well, Jackie
depending on what it
said
looks like.
yes. Jackie said yes. They put booty liners in there to lift,
They
into the
do.
butt
yeah,
liners to
they do.
raise the butt up in the air.
Mhm.
Now those kind of spandex, that's what I'm talking about. The other ones
Oh,
that you just slide on,
mm,
that's fine. But when they start
mm.
shaping your booty and all that, now we're not concentrating on working out. We're concentrating on sex, and that's what sells sex. And Laura says, I said either God has a protection plan that which weight that is weight which is the equals not less of the problem. All I can say is, Laura, that I think that everybody needs to understand that sex sells, and everybody wants to be sexy. In today's world, living with STD is very very real, and I think Denise's topic today. If you have forgot about it, I hope that you remember this segment here because Denise came up with a real good one. Fonda, please read what I said.
Huh?
Says
Oh,
you
I can't see it. Miss
I'm
Laura
not gonna
said,
read it
please
again.
read what you said. I can't
Yeah,
see it
good.
on
It's
this.
on my page. I'm not gonna read it again. So I tore it up. I was trying to do two things at once. But the point I'm trying to say is, because we only got 10 minutes,
I'll go.
that if you have sex, unprotected sex, married or not, and you give it to your significant other, you both are wrong for cheating. But you're not. You both should go get treated because who knows what other partners you have infected. If you cheat with one other person, you might be cheating with two or three other ones. And now it's like that pyramid thing, that pyramid scheme, it just keeps getting wider at the bottom. So go ahead, Vonda, you can read it now.
I pulled her page up now. Miss Laura said, I said earlier, God's perfect plan is to wait, which equals to a lot less problems. Yes, absolutely.
Well, Laura, I agree with you, but I don't think everybody worried. Don't get me wrong when I say this, and I don't want nobody tearing my butt up. But these people not worrying about what God said. I mean, they're not. Let's just be honest. You know, when we got
But
people like
that doesn't make it less important though,
that is
just because
true.
they
That is true. I am not taking the importance away from it. But when
Mhm.
you have our what we would call our uh, what do you call entertainer people when they I'm trying to think of the word. But when you have people that out there like the Epstein's, the Puff Daddies, and all these guys that's glorifying having multiple partners, just like on
Celebrities?
the video, huh?
You talking about
That's
celebrities?
what yeah, celebrities. That's what happens, you know. And then you got you got these TV shows real quick that are basically saying, you know, The Bachelor, he's dating all these girls, and people like, well, he's not having sex with them. If it's the real Bachelor, it is, So if somebody read this one on TAAN TV, it's at the bottom.
Oh, it's
The one that
cool if
says
you want a side piece or either side, but strap up. I mean, you're hurting your own self.
that is true. I agree. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe, maybe. Well, everybody don't have health care, but I would say that if you all have health care before you start a relationship, go in and get tested. I mean, if you get
Yeah.
tested and come up with something and you ain't did nothing with that person, then obviously the other person's doing it. So how would
Yeah,
you feel if you are dating someone and you want to have sex with and they have told you before that you like to have sex
and they have
with them?
told you before you do it, would you be okay having sex with them if they already told you
Well, that's
Yeah.
your
that,
decision.
that they've
That's
had
your
a
Yeah.
decision.
STD before? I guess that's what she's saying. Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's your decision right there. At
That's
least
your
they
decision.
told you. They told
At
you
least
up
they
front.
yeah.
that is true.
So
That is
you can
true.
make
I
that's by
mean,
your own discretion.
you have to
Yeah,
because you
somebody
have
I
to,
think.
have to take care of yourself. This is it used to be a we world. Now this is an I world where I worry about me instead of we worry about each other. I worry about me. So I think that we have to always have if you go in that old school way, like, we good, this and that, you're probably gonna end up seeing the doctor, getting that shot in the rectum area, somebody said earlier. So I don't know. I don't know. I
Somebody
think
said
that,
health care or
Lord
no
said,
health care, I would still strap up.
yeah.
yeah, my sister said, hell no, I'm out. So if somebody told her he had STD before, she like keep that thing in your pocket. Just keep on moving. Just keep on moving.
She said,
Laura
Miss
says,
Laura said, I'm just wondering if the relationship would be over. If somebody told you, would the relationship be over?
That's
not.
again.
Some
That's
people,
the person.
some people it
That's the
would, some
person.
people it
Some
wouldn't.
some
I
people
think
may. Some people may not.
I would recommend if somebody told me that they had an STD and before we got into a relationship, I think we both should go get tested.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mhm.
because you can't blame a person that caught it. They might have just been as naive as we were and just had unprotected sex. They might have been just a virgin and had sex with somebody and caught it. And then that person was a coward and didn't tell them so they could get fixed. And then now they have sex with you, so forth and so on. So I agree with that. I think that's the best thing to do is go get tested at the time before you start poking and droking. You go in there and get tested. As I tell you now, the way oral sex is running around, I tell you the most important thing about you don't want to have one of them big old sores on your lip or your faces.
You sure don't.
You know, well the producer's watching y'all, so that's a good one. She's probably gonna say something about what's going on, but that's what I believe. That's what I believe. I believe that. So, well, we only got about 3 minutes left. We'll start with you, Denise. Also, encourage your friends, if you could, Denise, to go out and vote. I think we all should say that to our people to go out and vote. I don't care who you're voting for. We should go out and vote. Go ahead, Denise. If you want to say hi to
Yeah,
everybody.
I agree with what you said. Everybody should go out and vote. I actually work the voting polls, so
Mm-hmm.
I encourage everybody to come on that's in my precinct uh, to come out and vote, please. Um, and as far as the STDs and all that, people just have to be careful and you know be judgment. I mean, worry about yourself. Just think about yourself. If they're not thinking about themselves, then you need to think about yourself and be careful
Mm-hmm.
with what you're doing. And just practice safe sex. Just practice safe sex. And I'm headed to Florida this week, so I'm ready to turn up.
practice, practice that safe sex while you're down in Florida, girl. I'm just playing.
I ain't having
Go
no
ahead.
sex while I'm in Florida. I don't know the people.
Go ahead. That's why we love Denise. Denise don't hold nothing back. She'll tell you, nah, we ain't doing nothing.
No, I'm
And
not
she
doing
ain't gonna
that.
use that
None
nothing
of
word. She
that.
gonna use
Right.
the real word. Go ahead, Vonda. I'm sorry.
I have two words: be responsible. That's all. Well,
Hmm.
no, four: be responsible, be accountable. Those two. But
And vote.
and vote, vote. Please vote. Please vote. November is very, 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 very important, as we referenced at the beginning of our show, of what's happening now.
Yes.
The trending topic: Donald Trump guilty. He's a convicted felon now. So, I mean, people,
Gotta
vote.
vote. If you
That's all.
don't vote, don't complain. If you don't vote,
Right.
don't complain. If you
That's
don't
right.
vote and Biden win and you don't like what Biden do, still don't complain. If you don't vote and Trump win, don't complain because you
All
didn't
Right.
vote.
felons vote.
No, all felons, that's right. Get your right out there. Make them give you a right to vote. Well, first of all, before
That's
I go
Right.
right.
there,
Yeah, they
Laura
have to go through
said,
the probate court to get that done, I think, but to restore their rights. But
right,
some people need to get educated, or we might need to do some education to
that's
people so that they can
we
understand
might do that.
what the
We
process
might do
is.
that. That'd be something good, getting closer to the
Hmm.
time. Laura said,
Hmm.
y'all, she said, rape happens. People are given date rape drugs. It's not their fault. My sister says she
That's
doesn't
true.
vote. She's done voting.
Oh,
I
oh,
think I think real I think real quick you do get uh date rape drugs out there. Uh but if it's just a drug given to you and you taking it, it's not a date drug. You just had
No, you
unprotected
taking
sex
it.
because you shouldn't have took the drug. You shouldn't have took the drug. Everybody
no! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! What did you just say?
you shouldn't have if she said that date rape is not somebody's fault. And I only got a
It's
second.
not.
Vote. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're about to bounce. We'll come back with that later, Laura. On the next show, we'll talk about Tom. I'm writing in Tom Selleck's name. She wants to vote for Tom Selleck. You just like his mustache. You think he handsome. He's the Marlboro man. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to TAAN TV, the African American Network. We have a local feel with global reach. You're watching myself, T-Rex. We got Denise at the top, Vonda at the bottom. Glove up, people. Glove up. Glove up or drip, drip,
Raincoats,
drip.
raincoats, raincoats.
Be
Peace. Thanks for
responsible.
watching.